Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. Instead of a vlog this week, we're just gonna do a nice classic makeup get ready with me. I'm getting ready for my friend's rehearsal dinner and I am excited, and I have a few new products to try, so I thought we could do that together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with skin prep, and I also just wanted to chat about why there's no vlog and how our trip was and just some of the travel issues we went through. It just was like a whole shebang, and that's why I thought I was gonna vlog this week, but it did not happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little skin prep first. Gonna use my Bioma Milky Toner. I saw somewhere a long time ago that patting your face like this stimulates collagen production, so anytime I put on products, that's normally what I do now. But anyway, so yeah, last week, as you got to see in the vlog from our trip, we were in Florida, and then I'm using the e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. Love those. Okay, but we were in Florida, super fun time with my family. It was so nice. It was Jordan's first vacation with my family, so that was really exciting, getting to just have him there with everybody too. And just, it was focused on just family time, spending time together, hanging out by the pool, going to the beach a few times, all that good stuff. So definitely had a really fabulous week. But then came travel, and the reason why you were left on just kind of a end clip where I thought I was gonna have more videos, but I didn't. So let's chat about why that is. Okay, before I chat about what happened, I do have a few new products. I don't really get new makeup often, but maybe once or twice a year. So Sephora had a nice little sale on some bits, and I wanted to try out some things for this wedding because I'm doing my own makeup. So today I was try out some of it for the rehearsal dinner. But I got this Sephora favorites. It's called the Glowy Dreamy kind of kit, and it's got a lot of really nice products that I've heard about, always wanted to try, and they're in mini sizes, obviously, which I was that's perfect. I hate committing to a piece of new makeup or something that's super expensive, and then if I hate it, it's that was a waste of money. She's curious. She's what the heck are you opening up, Mom? Can you see my makeup? See Mommy's makeup? Yeah, not for Luna, but we can look. So what's in here is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Maybe I'll give that a try too. I have this Refi Gloss Highlighter. And then the Say, which I already have this, the Say Glowy Super Gel. I have this, but it'll be nice to have in a travel size, and I already know I love it, so that's perfect. And then Huda Beauty blush, I think is what it is. Pretty sure, yeah, it's the blush filter in Strawberry Cream. I've been wanting to try their blushes, so I'm really excited. Blush was kind of the thing that I was on the market for, and then I saw they had a few in this one, so I have a mini Rare Beauty one too. And I've wanted a pinky, and they both are lovely kind of pinky shades. So I was yes, perfect. And then we have this Prada Monochrome Hyper Matte. I don't actually know what this one is. I don't think oh, maybe this is lipstick. Oh shit, I dropped it. Yeah. This is a lipstick, so that'll be fun to try. Very little too, perfect for purse makeup, which is also really nice. It's nice to have little purse makeups, right? And then the Benetint, this one is really all over the place. Benetint, what is it called? Benetint Cheek and Lip Stain. Also seen this everywhere, have not gotten to try it, so I'm excited about that. And then two more. There were a lot of little things in here. This Tower 28, let's see, tinted lip treatment in watermelon. This one's gonna be really cute to try. And then lastly, this Too Faced tubing mascara. Oh no, there's one more thing. So the Too Faced tubing mascara, maybe I'll try this today, see how I like that. And then last thing, the Kosas Air Brow Clear Lifting Treatment Gel. So I'm gonna try this as my gel for today. I'm really gonna try all these products. I want to see how they go, and then I have a few more full not all full size, but I have a few more products too. So I also got the Makeup by Mario bronzer, the soft sculpt blurring bronzer. One of my friends recommended this. I've been on the market for like a nice bronzer. The one I have is like a L'Oreal, and it's like fine, it does the job, but I wanted to try like a nice one, so I'm excited to give that one a go. And then this like mini size of the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray was on sale. So I was like, I'll go ahead and give this a try. Nice setting spray. I am on the market for a good one because the one that I loved, it was like Makeup Revolution. I cannot find it anymore. So I'm on the hunt for a really good one. And then the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder. It's the loose powder, and I got Cherry Blossom Cake because I've been using this, I think L'Oreal pink loose powder lately, and I've been loving it. So I wanted to try in the pink shade there. And lastly, I got this Anastasia, I don't know if people pronounce it Anastasia or Anastasia Beverly Hills Primrose palette for the eyes and face. So this one, I was like, I loved the colors. They were very pinky, very summery, like just perfect vibes, and it was like on sale. So the only thing that wasn't on sale was the Makeup by Mario bronzer, but I was like, I was recommended that, so I was like, okay. But this was on sale, so I was like, I'm gonna give it a go. Oh my god, look at how beautiful that is. Like, come on, okay. These shades are stunning. Like, come on. Like, look at those sparkles. That is absolutely beautiful. I am really excited to try this today. Definitely using this palette today. And I love that it's got a little mirror there too. Fabulous. Okay, so put some of this to the side for now until I'm at that point in the process, but that's the makeup we are working with here. But I'm gonna just start doing the makeup and then chatting along the way. But okay, with the trip, we get to Saturday. When I told you I was packing, I was about to go to the airport. We were gonna have our evening flight, all that good stuff. I get a text about an hour later. Flight's canceled. I'm like freaking the out. I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse the language, but I'm like losing it. And Jordan's like, it's okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So he's on the phone with his parents trying to like, they were really, really super helpful. Like we would not have made it home that night without them. Super, super helpful. I was like, we'll do what we need to do. And it just ended up where we got to the airport so we could just like try and get on a flight there. So we like ended up just packing up super quick. We did not have the loving goodbye where I could video that I was thinking of. We literally were like, there's a flight at 5. We have to get to the airport right now. It was literally like hug, 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 Uber, we gotta go. So we get to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and then from there, flights are canceled. First one on the way to the airport got canceled. So then we got on another one for later, canceled. Crew was sick. It was like not weather related, so it was just wild. So then we get to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and we're like waiting there, and Jordan's parents were like on the phone with the flight people, and they were able to get us a flight out of Miami for that evening, and then it was gonna connect in Atlanta, get to Cincinnati. So we had to take an Uber from the Fort Lauderdale airport to Miami, which was only like a 45-minute Uber. It really wasn't like that bad. So we did that. We got there and we get through security, all of that, and then we are like waiting. We made it there, plenty of time for our first flight, okay? But then it ends up being delayed because the flight before it had some issues with weight distribution. So the flight before it was also going to Atlanta, and they ended up being delayed. So our plane that we were supposed to be on couldn't get in our gate. The people couldn't leave the gate. We couldn't get on the plane. It was just like everybody was obviously frustrated. So we were delayed quite a bit. So by the time we got on the plane, we took off, we were cutting it close to our next flight. Like we were not going to make it based on when we took off. But while we were in flight, we had some Wi-Fi, and we saw that our flight ended up being a little bit delayed. No, just a little bit. So we knew our only chance of making it was to like sprint through the airport once we landed. So we did that. And let me tell you, we get to the gate, boarding doors closed. There's literally nobody there. We're like, we got there 15 minutes early, like literally like 16 minutes, like, but we got there 15 minutes before the departure time. So we should have been able to get on the flight, but nobody's there. We're like, and then these other people are there. They're like, they're pissed. They're like, we got here in time, whatever. So the woman comes back out. She's like, oh yeah, this one's closed. Sorry, I held it as long as I absolutely could. so sorry about it. Like, we just didn't make it in time. And we were like, actually we did. And then these other people are like flipping off on this woman. We wanted to take a more gentle approach, so we were not about to lose it on this woman. But once they like stopped talking to her for a second, I walk up to her and I'm like, so like, can we get on the morning flight to Cincinnati? Because I know that one is leaving in the morning, and like, we just want to be able to get on that one. She's like, oh, you're trying to go to Cincinnati? Like, that's not this gate. That's like a different gate. So it turns out Delta had like numbered the gates or whatever. Like, it was just like all over. Like, it was literally posted on the first flight saying this is where your connecting flight is. It was on all the boards, like, go to this other gate. But so we like sprint to the next gate. We're like, okay. And they're all in different terminals. Like, where we got off the plane, the first one we went to, they're all in different terminals. So I'm literally about to cry. I hate running. Jordan's like trying to run fast, and I'm like, I'm just barely keeping up at this point. It's like after 11, I'm like dying. And we get there and we make it on the flight, and it ends up being that like, yeah, like, even the pilots like didn't go to the right gate because they went to the other one that it was marked for. So like, they were really lenient on letting people get on the flight. Like, we ended up being delayed there for like over an hour. We didn't take off until after midnight, so we didn't get back to Cincinnati until like 1:30, and then we didn't get back to like Jordan's house until like 2:30 a.m. So it was definitely a long night, and it doesn't even end there. Sunday morning, goal was get up, drive back to my house, pick up Luna and the rest of my stuff, and then drive back to Wisconsin. Well, we get up, and my car had been at Jordan's house all week while we were gone, so his parents were like super kind. They cleaned it. I didn't ask them to, but they just did it out of the, because they like to do that stuff, and they drove it around a little bit, and his dad like had noticed that it just sounded a little weird, and he just couldn't figure it out. But right before we were about to get in the car and leave, he like looks at my tires and he goes, oh my god, look at this. Had this big bulge in it. Big bulge, looked like it was about to explode. I'm like, we're like, we probably can't drive on that. So he ends up taking it to Walmart, have to get new tires, and we're like afternoon at this point. Like, so we end up not getting Luna. We left her here all week because we knew we were coming back this weekend for this wedding. And yeah, so we ended up not getting home until a lot later than we would normally have. So it was just a whole shebang, but we made it back. We made it back here. Like, I don't know how, but we did. So that was really just the nightmare of our travel last week. And like, then this week I get back and I find out I have like a few 7 p.m. meetings. And like, it just was a really long weekend. We're tired, so I just didn't vlog because I was like, that's just not happening this week. But yeah, so that's where we're at now. But now we are back for my friend's wedding. She's like one of my like lifelong friends. Like, we've been friends since we were literally children. We started playing on the same soccer team when we were like 5, and our dads were our coaches. Like, we've just always been in each other's lives. Like, my brother is like her brother's best man in his wedding this year. Like, our families are just super close. So I'm so excited to be able to celebrate her. And then she's marrying one of our just like good friends from high school. So like, they got together in high school and it just all worked out. So super excited, get to see all my friends from high school, which is always fun since I don't get to see them too much anymore. So excited about that. Just getting to celebrate. I mean, this is the season of life where we get to celebrate our friends and everybody's joys, and I get to be a part of it, and I feel really grateful for that. So I'm excited. Rehearsal dinner today, which will be nice. Rehearsal dinners I really like just because they're pretty chill. Like, you get to like look cute, you walk down the aisle a few times to practice, and then you get to eat some good food. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Just getting to chill, hang out with my friends, eat some good food, have some good times. But yeah, that's where we are at this week. So just wanted to catch you up while I do my makeup here. So I use new products so far that I've used were the Kosas brow gel, and I mean, I don't know, I'm not very good at doing my eyebrows. I feel like the L'Oreal one that I've been using kind of like spikes them up a little bit more. Like, this one didn't feel very like jelly or like sticky, And so, I don't know, tomorrow for the wedding, I might still use my L'Oreal one just because I feel more confident that that one will get the eyebrows actually up. I might go back in and try to get them up a little bit. Literally, like, I just have not done a video like this in a long time where it's just us spending literally the whole time doing my makeup. Like, the video could be long as all get out if it takes me a long time to do my makeup, so I apologize for that, but I love it. I love like a little chat makeup time. But I'm gonna try the powder now. Let me find it. Okay, I'm gonna try the powder to try and set this concealer now. So if I can get this box open. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe it has a powder puff. I really don't actually know. Oh, it does. How cute. Okay. You know, now I'm looking at it, it might not be the loose powder. This, I think it's the pressed powder, but that's okay. I just need a little bit of powder on my T-zone here because we get a little oily. I'm like oil central. So we'll go ahead and give this a try, see if we like it. Might be like, I don't know, it's coming off very powdery. I feel like my skin tone, it naturally leans like pink, so that's why I thought pink would be good. But I just want to make sure my concealer like is nice and set, doesn't crease here. Just gonna make sure. This is a good test because if my makeup looks like crap at the end of the night from trying out these new products, I know for tomorrow for the wedding, don't do that, girl. So it's good for me to know. Okay, I'm gonna do a little spritz of the setting spray. I like to spray a few times during the makeup process, typically right after I like set the concealer, just because I feel like helps like this first base of foundation, concealer, cream, contour really like lay nicely. I need to blend that in a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try out blush now. So I'm thinking I might try the Huda Beauty one. This is like the strawberry cream, I think. I think I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, it smells like strawberry. Do like a little 2 dollops. See how far that goes. You just never know with like liquids like this if it's gonna be too much, not enough, but we'll see how we can buff this out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh my gosh. And the smell, it like smells like strawberries and cream, to be honest. Oh my god, that's stunning. Oh wow. Are you guys seeing how beautiful that shade is? Holy cow. Okay, really loving this. This is why I wanted to do this, because I didn't want to buy a full size if I didn't think I would like it, but I really like how this looks and how it's like blending out. It looks really good. Like, look at that. That looks so pretty. Wow, I'm really impressed with that. Okay, so that layer of blush is done, and then before I do powder blush, I like to do powder bronzer and then powder blush. I like to just end with blush. I think that that kind of rounds it out nicely, so I'm gonna grab that. Guys, I literally I'm so stupid. I accidentally stopped recording through the bronzer and the powder blush and the highlighter. So this is where we're at right now. It looks lovely. It was rave reviews for the bronzer. Really pretty. I was literally saying like, oh my god, I talked for like 7 minutes, honestly, and you didn't get to hear any of it, so I'm sorry. Or maybe you're like, thank god. I don't know, but the bronzer, so pretty. Like, it's not too orange. It's just, it like patted on so nicely, like just everywhere, brought in that warmth that I needed. Okay, and then I think you didn't see the blush, but the powder blush I used was the Milani Dolce pink one. This is like my everyday blush, and it like goes really well with that liquid Huda strawberry, what is it? Is it strawberry cream? Yeah, strawberry cream blush. Like, these look really lovely together. And then what I used for highlighter, I tried out the Refi liquid highlighter, and I was so impressed with it. I literally wish you guys could have seen this go on because it was so beautiful. I was really impressed. Like, it wasn't like a normal liquid highlighter that's kind of like swipey or like just watery. Like, it like gripped my skin and it's staying in place. And then I topped it off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palette my sister got me like last year. I did a little bit of summer, shade Summer on my face in a few areas. And then, like I was saying, that I like to use this bronzed shade on like my clavicle and stuff in the summer, and then these two are like my more winter highlighter shades. So that's what you missed from the makeup tutorial that has gone south. But I said I'm pretty much done with the face, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray again, and then we'll spray again at the end. I do a lot of spraying. I just feel like it helps keep everything in place. Okay, and then for eyes today, I'm not gonna do any eyeliner. I normally would and I will tomorrow, but that's why I'm not gonna do any today, because I'm gonna do it tomorrow for the wedding. And for some reason, I feel like when you do eyeliner one day, the next day your eyes just look a little like off. So I don't want to have to like have that feeling tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do any eyeliner, but I am gonna get out the new palette and try out a few of the colors. Going to try out the palette now. I think I'm gonna lay the foundation with this shade Honey. So Honey right here, I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on the lid just to give me a nice kind of base to start. It's got a little bit of that bronzy tone in it, as you can see, and it just is going to, I think, tie in the rest of the bronzed look to just cover the whole lid here. Pat it on. Okay, lovely. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too wild on eyes, so I don't want to get like too dark today. But I think I am gonna try Rouge, and I'll show you that shade here. So Rouge is this bottom one, so it's kind of like an orangey shade. I think that's gonna look really lovely with the rest of the makeup. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Rouge just like on the outer side and just kind of like pat it up, and then I'm gonna take my blending brush. You're kind of scared right now, I know, but you just take your blending brush and you fan out the edges. Just fan out the edges. Fan them out. Then it gives you kind of a nice like ombre effect. So don't be scared of eyeshadow. I know it can be like pretty scary, and honestly I'm not even that good at it, but I feel like it just adds dimension to your look. If you just like add a little bit of a different shade, darker than what you did before, fan it out. Honestly, I feel like that it just adds so much dimension to the overall look. Like, and this might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine. And then I like to actually go in and add a little bit of that shade under my eye. That's been like one of my top makeup changes lately that I feel like it's been really elevating how my eyes and overall makeup turns out. It's just putting some of that color under my eye. I don't know. I really love it. I think it looks really, really nice. And then I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of a sparkle. I think I'm gonna go with the Fire Opal. Fire Opal here. Just gonna do a little bit on my eyes. Holy shit. Oh, that's pigmented. Maybe I didn't need that much. Let's blend it out, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. Don't panic. You just blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. Don't panic. Don't panic. Because then you look back, you take a step back, and you're like, okay, is it more dramatic than I was thinking? Yeah, but we'll be okay. So I'll use a little bit of that Fire Opal. I mean, my God, the pigment in this is absolutely actually insane. I'm super impressed. If you are looking for a really summery pigmented palette, this is the one for you. But just gonna blend out this sparkle. Definitely a bit more dramatic than we were thinking. I kind of like swiped off just a little bit of it, and that's another lesson. It's okay to say, oh, I might need to swipe a little bit of this off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap with my finger a little bit of one of the lighter sparkle shades, and I think that that'll, yeah, that looks nice. Rose water. I'm just putting kind of on the inside of my eye over the lid with my finger. I think you get a little bit more control. I shouldn't have used a brush, so you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? We're not about being perfect over here, but trying new things. Makeup is all about having fun, trying new things, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like. It's not always gonna look perfect. That's a-okay. For something like this too, I'm like, today's not about me. I'm not the one that's getting all these pictures taken of me. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we're gonna keep eyes kind of there for now, just little sparkly, little cute. And then I'm gonna try out this mascara. So I'm gonna use this Too Faced Ribbon Wrapped Lash Mascara. It's supposedly a tubing mascara, and I've never used, well, maybe I have, maybe once a long time ago, but we'll see how it goes. Before I put it on though, I have one eye that is like watery, like all the time. I like constantly have to be like sopping water out of it, and I don't know what the problem is, but if you also have a watery eye, I feel ya. But let's see how this mascara looks. I'll also be interested to see how like it comes off later, because I feel like that's what I hear people rave about the most, is like taking it off being so satisfying. But we'll see. We'll see. It's like a very long wand, like for such like a, or like bristle. I guess the wand is not very long because it's mini, but like the bristles, like this thing is pretty long, I feel like, compared to like other mascara wands that I've used. I don't know, but I think it looks nice. Very long, making them look very, very long, kind of like spidery a little bit. I think it's nice. I think that, like I said, the real test will be how it comes off later. If it comes off nicely, or if it's like a real pain, might not use it again, but we'll see. Oh my god, I don't even know what time it is right now, and I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I have a few options here to my left. I just have some like cute like summer dresses that I like haven't had the chance to wear yet, that I'm like, okay, now is a good time. So we'll see what I pick out, but yeah, let's see. What do we think? I think it looks nice. Like I said, I think like mascara, adding mascara totally like elevates the eye look. Now, do I think that it's giving me as dramatic of lashes as my typical day-to-day mascara? I don't think so. I don't think they're as like dark and wild as my other one. So for tomorrow, I might still use my other mascara, but I don't think this is ugly by any means. I think this looks cute. So face, pretty much done. I need to do a little bit of blast, a little bit of pressed powder, lips, spray, and then we'll be done. So let me get my powder. I have this Charlotte Tilbury airbrush. I can't even read the back at the bottom of it anymore. I like use it all the time. It's their like pressed powder, and I do love it. Like I just like pat it into my T-zone when I'm done with my makeup, and I just feel like it's such just a nice like finishing powder. Like it doesn't take away like my glowiness where I want it, but it helps keep things a little bit together where it needs to. So let's spray it up. All right, tonight will be the test. Urban Decay, are you gonna make me happy or not happy? We'll see. Lips, let's see, what do I want to use today? I think I want to use a little bit of this ColourPop So Juicy. It's like a tingly one. It makes your lips like tingle. It's supposed to like plump them up. I think it's nice, and I really love this color too. It's a nice like kind of tan darker shade, which I feel like looks really flattering. Okay, gonna let this sit for a moment. Then I also like to go in with like just a lighter shade, so I think I'm gonna go with this Rare Beauty matte lip liner. I think it's in the shade Worthy, so I'm gonna go in with this one just to kind of blend it into the lip a little bit more. And then we'll do stick, gloss, call it a day. This has been so much fun. I've really missed doing these makeup videos. I don't have like a makeup desk or a place to like sit and do makeup back home, so something I've been missing. But I'm gonna use L'Oreal 800 Ferris Nude. Oh, or should I try the Prada one? Maybe I'll try the Prada one. We'll see how I like that. Then I'll bring the L'Oreal one just in case. But I'll go ahead and give Prada a try here. We'll see how she is. I don't know if any of these shades are going to go well together, but oh well. It looks pretty nude. Kind of pinky. Oh yeah, I think that looks cute. Take it around town. Cute. Last thing I need is my gloss, but it's downstairs, I think. I don't know where it went. So what is this Tower 28 thing? This is like a lip treatment. Let me see if this looks glossy. I'll give it a little go. We'll see. Okay. She's glossy. She's glossy. Oh yeah. We'll pat some of her on here. Oh yeah. It smells watermelon-y too. It's really lovely. Okay. This is the finished makeup look for today. I know it's like you can't really get the full vision without hair actually being done, but I'll go ahead and pop you up here. But this is what we're going with. Very glowy, very summery, pinky, nudes, orange, just all the good summer vibes. So thank you all for doing your makeup with me today. This was a lot of fun. Love doing a little vid like this, kind of switching it up from the vlogs. But next week I have every intention to do a vlog. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting ready, head off to the rehearsal. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Remember, you're amazing, you matter, and you are loved. And I'll talk to you again soon.